Her name is Anna Radzikowska, and at the age of 84, she is destroying the usual idea of age. She doesn't look for youth in diets or complex techniques. Her secret is much simpler in words, but much more powerful in practice. While most people put off taking care of their bodies until the perfect moment, she just does it, without negotiations with yourself, without waiting for the perfect mood. And if you want to understand why her body looks and functions younger than her age, watch the video to the end and we will reveal her main principles of an athletic and toned figure. So, let's get started. The first thing in it is the absence of a gap between I want and I do. Most people have motivation, but it lives in short bursts. Today there is energy, tomorrow there is not. Anna Radzikowska has a different way of doing things. She doesn't negotiate with herself every day, she's just acting. And this is where the first key to longevity begins, which is rarely taken seriously. Regularity is more important than motivation. It sounds too simple, almost insultingly simple. But physiology does not respond to inspiration. She reacts to repetition. Joints, muscles, the circulatory system, even the brain. They all believe only in the signals that come over and over again. When a person trains irregularly, the body lives in a mode of uncertainty. Today there is a load, tomorrow there is not, the day after tomorrow there is again. This creates chaos in the adaptation. When movement becomes a habit, the body stops resisting and begins to adjust to a stable rhythm. Anna Radzikowska does not build a mood drama around herself. She's not looking for the perfect moment. She created an internal system where movement is not an event, but the background of life. And it is this background that gradually changes the quality of the body. Posture, coordination, endurance, and even facial expression. The second point that is often underestimated is her approach to training at home. It does not depend on the external environment. She doesn't need to go to the gym, adjust to her schedule, or look for ideal conditions. She uses the space she lives in. And this is fundamentally important because it removes the main barrier for most people: logistics. In her case, home workouts are not a gym replacement. They are an independent system. And here there is an important psychological effect. When the environment begins to support health rather than interfere with it, a person ceases to perceive taking care of the body as a separate task. It becomes a part of everyday life. This is how what is later called natural activity is formed, although in reality it is just a well-built habit. And now, the most interesting thing, in her practice, there is work with dumbbells. At first glance, this seems obvious, but in the context of the age of 84, it takes on a completely different meaning. Strength training is not about getting pumped up, it's about preserving the body structure. Muscles in adulthood are not aesthetics, but functional armor that supports joints, spine, and even metabolism. When a person works with dumbbells, he sends a very specific signal to the body: we need to stay strong, we can't break up. The body responds to this with surprising honesty. He either maintains muscle mass or begins to lose it. And there is no neutral zone in this process. Anna Radzikowska has built-in strength exercises without strain, without trying to prove something to yourself. And this is the key point. The load should not be extreme, it should be systemic, because extremity breaks regularity, and regularity creates results. There is another element that at first glance seems too simple to be important: exercises with a chair. But it is precisely these things that are most often underestimated. In her practice, a chair is not a household item, but a tool for body stability and control. You can use it to work out balance, legs, body, and coordination of movements. And if you look deeper, chair exercises are a symbol of the transition from chaotic activity to conscious movement. The person stops just moving and starts controlling the movement. In adulthood, this is critically important because it is control that reduces the risk of falls, injuries, and loss of confidence in one's own body. Each such exercise is a small act of maintaining independence. Because the ability to confidently stand up, sit down, and keep your balance is the real freedom of the body, which is rarely talked about in the context of fitness. If you put everything together, it becomes clear that the secret of Anna Radzikowska is not in any one action. It's in the architecture of behavior. She has movement, home fitness, a strength base, dumbbells, functional stability, chair exercises, and, most importantly, stability, which connects all this into a system. And here it is important to understand one thing that often escapes attention. The youth of the body is not a condition, but a process. It cannot be reached once and saved effortlessly. It exists only as long as a certain level of activity and workload is maintained. Many people mistakenly believe that age takes away strength. In fact, the forces do not disappear instantly. They cease to be required. The body saves resources if it is not given a reason to save them. Conversely, when there is a regular request for movement, the body begins to adapt, even at a very mature age. If you look at her approach from the point of view of long-term health, you can see another important effect here: reducing the internal breakdown of body systems. Regular exercise improves blood circulation, supports joint fluid, affects hormones, and stabilizes the nervous system. But the most underestimated thing is the effect on the psyche. When a person moves every day, his sense of time and age changes. In the end, the story of Anna Radzikowska is not about age. It's about how much everyday decisions affect what we call youth. And if you are now looking at this story from the outside, the main question that it leaves is quite simple and unpleasant at the same time. If at the age of 84, you can maintain an active, functional body through ordinary household activities, then what prevents you from starting much earlier? Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video, which has now appeared on your screen.